Hey everybody, it's Katie. Are you sick of seeing the inside of my car? Because I am, but we're working with what we got. This is going to be the mommy scenario tag. It is created originally by Jamie from Jalen Mama and Jessica from the Mommy Archives. They are two of my favorite people, so of course I'm going to do this one. It's, let's see, 8 questions. I'm just going to dive right in. Question number 1. Your kid is refusing to eat dinner. Do you stand your ground and demand what they eat what you made, or make something else? I definitely do not make something else. August eats everything. That's not an issue. He eats everything that's not even food. Alice has gone through different phases. Where she is right now, she doesn't like food mixed together. So I just don't have a hard time like accommodating that. I just separate things out on her plate. You know, I make her plate up as I'm kind of cooking. So I feel like why not just kind of accommodate her taste? Like, you respect the fact that there are certain things she doesn't like right now. And I also try to look kind of big picture. You know, over the course of a week, she has pretty darn good nutrition. She eats just about everything. So if there's something that she doesn't eat, or she doesn't want dinner one night or whatever, I really try not to sweat it. Number 2, your kid has a meltdown at the store. Nothing is working to calm them. Do you leave and come back another time, or grit your teeth and finish shopping? So I do try to kind of set ourselves up for success. So I try to make sure everybody is fed and we're not going somewhere at nap times as much as you can try to prevent that. Of course, it doesn't always work that way. But I'll try to have a snack with us, make sure everyone is like, you know, clean and dry and as like relatively happy as they can be. Once we are in the store, we are pretty much doing what I came to do. We've definitely had public tantrums, and we just deal with it and we continue on. I try to involve the kids in shopping a little bit. Like, I'll point things out and, you know, give them things to hold on to that they might find interesting. So I try to kind of keep them, you know, present, so they're not just like gonna get really bored and flip out. Number 3, your kid gets too many toys for their birthday. Do you make some returns or save them for a rainy day? I generally save stuff. I will re-gift. Sorry if that's tacky. I will save things for like the next holiday or whatever. As Alice is getting older, that's gonna get a little bit trickier because she remembers what she got, you know, when she opens things. But I just tell her straight up, like, we're gonna put this away until later. We're just gonna play with these toys right now. Number 4, your kid is protesting sleep. Do you give in at 3 a.m., get them up, and turn on a movie, or do you continue to rock them, nurse, etc., to try to get them back to sleep? Absolutely not. Like, nighttime is for sleeping. I am too old and too tired. I cannot function if I don't have like at least a little bit of sleep at night. August is a terrible sleeper, but there is no way I'm going to turn on the TV in the middle of the night. Never. This wasn't too much of an issue with Alice because she was a pretty good nighttime sleeper. If she does wake up, if the kids wake up, we just work on getting them back to sleep. Worst case scenario, they just come in our bed and, you know, eventually they'll probably get bored and doze off again. No movies in the middle of the night, never. Number 5, you have an appointment and no babysitter. Do you bring them with you or reschedule? Okay, I think almost every person I've seen do this tag, with the exception of Emerald from Edie Hill, 1988. So thank you, Emerald. I'm not the only crazy woman that doctors don't like or whatever. Yeah, babysitter or whatever is not an option. My kids come with me to any kind of appointment. That's just the way it is. I figure as long as I'm nice, you know, I'm nice to the staff. If you work with people, you get all kinds of crazy stuff. Like me and my kids, even if they're losing it, that's not gonna be the worst thing they've ever had to deal with. It's just not. You know, you have rude, crazy people all the time. So as long as I'm nice and I'm smiling and I'm there on time and I'm, you know, I'm in and out, like doing the best I can, whatever. They can deal with my hour of lunacy if that's how it goes down. Same thing, I just generally kind of make sure the kids have a snack and an activity and they're strapped into the stroller so they can't run out of the room or something. But Alice has come to every midwife appointment, doctor's appointment. Both kids have come with me to the dentist. One exception maybe is a haircut. That's probably why I only get my haircut like twice a year, if that. But I'll generally do haircuts in the evening when Mike is home to watch the kids, because that one is a little bit tricky. I've done it with one kid, but not with 2. Number 6, you have 20 minutes until unexpected company arrives. Do you rush to clean up your messy house, or just figure, hey, it's okay, I've got kids? I definitely am a like panicked 20-minute person. It would be nice to think that my house would be somewhat presentable most times, but it just isn't. That's not my reality right now. I tend to use the weekends to get kind of caught up on stuff. So if people generally want to come over on a Sunday or a Monday, that's awesome. I don't have to worry about too much. But if people want to come over on like a Thursday or a Friday, it's sort of a nightmare. So I will do like really what I need to do. I'll clean the bathroom, I'll clean the kitchen, and I'll clean like one main hangout area. If kids are coming over, I'll do generally the kids' room. If I don't get to that, I'll just make everyone go outside. Yeah, or if it's like adults, then I figure we'll be in the living room, then I'll focus on that room. I would be too self-conscious to not do anything though, so I definitely use those 20 minutes to like run around and do as much as I can. Number 7, you're running late and only have time to do your hair or makeup. Which do you choose? I would do makeup. I don't wear very much makeup, so it probably takes me 5 minutes, so that's pretty doable. I have left the house with wet hair many, many times out of necessity. Last question. You are at the park and another child pushes yours. Do you intervene and correct them or go find the child's parent? This is the trickiest question in this whole tag for me. Alice is a little over 3 right now. I would say, this is really hard. So when she was younger, how can I put this? As Alice is getting older, I am stepping back a little bit more and allowing her to, basically I'll see if she needs my help first. I'll say that. I tend to be a little bit more hands-off in these kind of situations just to see, well, ideally, because that's the end goal, you know? I want her to have good boundaries and know that she needs to be respected by other people, including, you know, kids, strangers, whatever. But obviously I'm not always going to be there to help her with that. So there are situations where like she has friends that play a little bit rougher than she does. And as she's gotten older, she's kind of acquired some of those tools to, you know, if a kid pushes her or takes what she is playing with, she has started to be able to be like, you know, stop, it's still my turn, or hey, give that back, that kind of stuff. And I'll just like let her go for it. If it seems to be like something more violent, or if she gets upset or she asks for my help, like if she turns to me and starts crying, or she turns to me and says, you know, she's not, whatever, this kid did this to me, or, you know, she's not sharing or something like that, and is asking for me to intervene, then I will. If we're talking about just strangers on the playground, for something more serious, or if the child, you know, pushing Alice is like a whole lot older than her, if the parent's there, I will check in with them just kind of visually and see if they're paying attention and saw what was going down and are kind of at the ready to step in if they need to. A lot of times here, parents are not present. So if we're just at the playground or whatever, a lot of times parents just stay in their cars and are completely like unavailable to parent their kids, basically. And I do not go chase people down in their cars, because parents be crazy, people be crazy, you know? There's just, everyone has a different definition of what's acceptable, and I'm not gonna get into it with somebody. Basically, I'd rather just leave. That one's really tricky though. It definitely depends on the child, depends on who the aggressor is and what the situation is, and many different things. So that is how I would deal with those scenarios at this point in time. I will tag Sarah from BioMommy. I always think she poses interesting kind of parenting questions. And I will tag Jennifer from Modern Mama of 3, even though she's Modern Mama of 4 now, because I'd like to hear a perspective from someone who has more kids than I do. Thanks again to Jamie and Jessica for creating this fun tag, and thanks for watching.